Hello lovelies, Cuckoo here with my sexy cold voice today. I'm not sure if you can hear how bad my head cold is, but we're pushing forward! I am doing a Hogwarts house-themed cast challenge, which I have done in the past. Few years ago I did this, but there are just so many different directions you can go for each of the houses, and I love doing these, and also it's kind of an excuse to talk about Hogwarts Legacy, which is like the only thing on my mind right now. I think it's been over a month since the Hogwarts Legacy State of Play, and I still just like cannot stop obsessing about it. The new Fantastic Beasts movie is coming out really soon, and I'm not gonna watch it. I didn't really like the first one. The first Fantastic Beasts movie felt like two movies. There was like Newt Scamander running around New York chasing after magical creatures, and then there was the whole thing about like Obscurials and Grindelwald and all that crap. And I really liked the chasing animals around New York story. I am in love with Jacob. I really liked Queenie and Newt's girlfriend, whose name I should be able to remember, but I can't. But I thought like that movie was really fun, really magical. And then like the Obscurial plot was just like depressing and trying way too hard to tie into Harry Potter. Like, I don't need Grindelwald's story. I really don't. So I haven't seen any of the other Fantastic Beasts movies, but they keep playing trailers for the new one and I keep seeing them, and every time I do, I get re-hyped for Hogwarts Legacy. Like, it'll show Hogwarts and I'll be like, Hogwarts Legacy! And then I'm like, I know that's not what this ad is for, but it's what it's getting me hyped for. If you haven't seen any of the trailers for Hogwarts Legacy, you really should. It looks so amazing. It's an open world action RPG set in the world of Harry Potter, but like mid to late 1800s. So it's pre-Harry Potter, pre-Dumbledore, pre-like any of the characters we know. It's a completely unique story just set in this world, which I think was so smart. Like, not trying to tie it into Harry Potter is so much smarter because we're not going to be comparing it. It gets to do its own thing and be its own thing. And I'm so hyped about that. That's what I wish Fantastic Beasts had done. And my favorite part of the State of Play was listening to the devs talk about it, and they said that the very first thing they did when they sat down to work was reread the books. And every time they got to a question, they would reread like that section of the books. And you can tell just watching the trailer that this is made by people who have like respect for this lore, who love it, who are really passionate about this project. I'm just so excited for Hogwarts Legacy. I can't even. I am afraid, I have to say, after the trailer, I feel like the only thing possibly up for question is whether it's actually going to play well. Like, it's obviously going to be beautiful. It's obviously going to have good writing. Everything they showed us is so clearly good, but like, how intuitive is the UI going to be? Is the combat going to run smooth? Is navigation going to be smooth? Like, all of those things are still in question. And I just keep thinking about the Gringotts ride at Universal. So like, when I first read the first Harry Potter book, I thought, how cool would it be if there was a Gringotts themed roller coaster? Because that's what Gringotts is. Like, Harry gets in the cart and they go down all these like hills and it's a roller coaster. And I'm like, that would be so much fun. I love roller coasters. And then years later, a Harry Potter theme park was built and they made a Gringotts ride. And I was so excited. I was like, I have literally been dreaming of this for over 20 years. And the line is amazing. You get to walk through Gringotts and it's gorgeous. And you get in the minecart, and you start going, and you start picking up speed, and then the ride literally stops to show you a nonsensical movie. Like, it makes no sense with canon. It's like overly dramatic. It acknowledges like your existence in it. It's weird. And see, like, the Hogwarts ride where you like fly through Hogwarts also has like a movie and a story, but it's silly and it's fun and it's not taking itself seriously. It's like, Hermione bewitched these couches so they'd fly around, like whatever. But this is like trying to be serious about like the dragon escaping and stuff. And it's stupid and it interrupts a really exciting ride, and you like start moving again and then it stops to show you more of this movie, and it's dumb. I know Universal is all about movies, but it's a theme park. It should be a ride. It should be a roller coaster. And I was so disappointed. We come to the end of the ride and everyone in my minecart starts applauding, like, oh, that was so amazing. And I sat there and I'm like, I feel like such a party pooper right now, but I hated that ride. And I just keep thinking Hogwarts Legacy is going to be like that. Like, I am so hyped for it. I've dreamed of something like this for so long that like, can it possibly live up to my hype? So I'm trying to have low low expectations for this game, but I'm failing really badly. The state of play got me too hyped. It just looks so good. I really should stop going on about this because you may or may not care. This video is supposed to be about my Sims Cass, but really go watch the trailers for Hogwarts Legacy and then you'll be hyped too because it looks so good. Although my absolute favorite, before I move off the topic, I went and I've watched the trailer like 30 times and I left a comment and I just said, this looks so good, I want to cry. And somebody commented, no it doesn't. And I was just like, I don't know what to do with that, but okay. I'm hyped for it. But moving on to my Cass, I found the most ridiculous shirt for Gryffindor, but it was perfect. It was red and gold, and I built the whole outfit off of that, and it's just absurd. I showed it to my mother, who's a Gryffindor, and she was like, I would wear that. So we rolled with it. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I kind of love it. Definitely not my usual style. And then I did Slytherin, and I did this like really low-key casual look, and I really liked it. I did. And then I went and did Hufflepuff, and I did a really similar look. Like I used the same jeans, and I don't know, the Slytherin one just didn't feel right anymore. It felt too similar and not Slytherin-y enough. I don't know. It was cute. I kind of wish I'd stayed with it, but I also really liked the next look I did. See, I could do a million looks for each of the houses. It's way too much fun. So I went back and redid Slytherin, and I wound up with a really preppy look again. I feel like the last one I did was really preppy too. Maybe less preppy. The other one was really formal, and this one's just kind of like, I don't know. It's hard not to do Slytherin as like the rich, snobby kids, you know? And so that's kind of the outfit I ended up with. I did like my more casual one. Let's be clear, I love Slytherins so much. Not dissing on Slytherin. We love them. But I definitely went up with a real like preppy, snooty look, and I just think it's really cute. And then Ravenclaws wound up being really casual. I wanted to do something less nerdy than my first one. Like my first one I went very like typical Ravenclaw, sweater, frumpiness, and this one I wanted to be really like cute and casual. I love the jeans that I wound up with. My only thing is I still just really don't know what bronze is. Honestly, I think her hair is probably the most bronze thing. And then I just kind of wound up with tan, but I kept Googling like what is bronze, and it shows this huge range of shades of brown. So I just was like, I'll work within brown and it'll be Ravenclaw. It's fine. So if you feel like it's not bronze enough, I get ya. And then I really love my Hufflepuff look. I would wear this outfit. I want yellow jeans. It's so bad. I actually have a sweater really similar to this, and I wear it with a yellow skirt. So I actually wear something very similar to this outfit. I also really love the big sunflower earrings. I would wear those. I'm a Hufflepuff. Actually, the hairstyle I went with is how I wear my hair, like always. I always do it in like Heidi braids. So I basically just made myself. This is probably the closest I'll ever get to making a sim self, is my Hufflepuff outfit. And I did all this on my Disney bound sim. Maybe someday I'll make new sims, but it's just really nice to have a pre-made sim to do outfits on because I care more about the outfits. And she doesn't look exactly like me, but she's definitely like my coloring. So yeah, this is basically my sim self, this Hufflepuff outfit. I loved doing all 4 looks, and we are coming up on the end now.
You're like a birdie bots, every flavor bean, but a flavor in between, the ones that make you fall on your knees and cry. I'll tell you why I get a sugar rush whenever I'm with you. You're like nothing on the shelves at Honey Duke's, which may be filled with chocolate and sweets, but I know you've got them beat.
So those are my looks inspired by the 4 Hogwarts houses. Let me know what you thought. Which is your Hogwarts house, and which of these outfits was your favorite? And are you hyped for Hogwarts Legacy? I need to fangirl with somebody. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next episode. Bye!